Hey, welcome again to another session of Beyond the Title, where we speak to exceptional professionals with extraordinary experiences. Now, joining us today is Erik Hohmann from YesStyle.com, and he is the VP of Marketing. Welcome, Erik.
Welcome, Steve. Pleasure to see you.
Hey, good to meet with you. Now, which part of this lovely world are you in right now?
At the moment, I'm sitting in Hong Kong, and yeah, already for the last 1.5 years.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. And how is Hong Kong doing right about now?
Hong Kong's doing quite well, so I think we have everything good under control. But yeah, it's very difficult to get out of Hong Kong at the moment. But once you're in, it's quite lovely to spend the time here.
Awesome. And I did hear congratulations. Numbers have been going down. People are able to resume some form of that normalcy, going out, meeting with other people, still keeping social distance. But that's actually a good thing about, the time we're in right now.
Exactly. When I see my friends in Europe, I feel they have a much harder time than we have here.
Unfortunately, I'm in Hungary and we've just gone into our third lockdown. Not a fun time to be in. Uh, hey, but Erik, tell me this. You've been traveling around the world. From Germany to UK, UK to Hong Kong. Um, what is it that drives you to get out of bed every morning? What's your Ikigai?
Um, I think the what motivates me is actually the new things. So discover all the time new things. So if it's of course it's for work, but is it for traveling to live at a different place? Uh, so even if you're in e-commerce for now 10 years, so it's still each month, each week, sometimes each year. There's so many new things. Things are changing so fast. So it's being up to speed, being up to date. It never gets boring. So it feels like sometimes being currently on the move or being currently developing. So I think this is something that motivates me to jump out of the bed each morning.
Being on the move, keeping that hustle. I love that. Uh, because you mentioned, being on the move, and because life is such a hustle when I say this, and I mean it in the proper sense, right? Because at home, if I see it, my kids are going to homeschooling right now, going through homeschooling right now. I've got meetings, I've got work to do. I'm guessing you have a lot that you get done through the day at YesStyle, but also through your personal life. So, what is that one app that keeps you sane and structured?
I would say Google Calendar, definitely. So Google Meetings and Google Invites are a common thing. But I'm also a user of Trello. So not sure that's
Nice.
allowed to say, but it helps me also to help organizing the things and plan ahead.
Awesome. Shout out to Trello. It's one of the project management tools we use as well at Insider. So I completely get you what you mean by that. Uh, Touching on Google Calendar just for a second, do you also put your personal, to dos in there as well, or things you need to get done through the day, through the week?
They are in my notes. They are not in my calendar.
Awesome.
This is separate.
Awesome. Now, going a bit more into your lovely personal life, again, beyond the title. If life were a movie, what character do you think you would like to aspire to be like?
I'm not so sure about the character, but I can definitely name one character, one actor that inspired me a lot since I was very young. I loved Robert De Niro movies. So whatever movie he made, he was already a hero for me before even the movie even started. So I knew it would be good. So it was kind of a very safe bet. So the way how he acted, the different kind of characters he can take, he can play, he carried sometimes the whole movie by himself. I found him very inspiring. So he's very intense, I find, as an actor. So this intensity I could feel. So I like this. So
What's your most memorable De Niro movie?
Taxi Driver.
Ah, beautiful, beautiful movie. um, Taxi driver. Okay. Time when we were able to go outside, sit in a taxi with someone, have that
I'm
chat
already
with
that
them.
old.
Trust me, my white hair on my face makes me much more older than you, Erik. um, but given that we are in this time, unfortunately we are in this time when we've been, kind of secluded, we've been, put in this situation. Mental health and mental stress has been a huge focus for many leaders, not just in companies but across the globe, whether you're in the public sector or the professional sector, or the private sector, sorry. What are some of the steps that you ensure, for your team's sake, for your sake, that you're able to engage openly and create that secure environment?
I think communication is key. So we have here a lot of working from home. So even we have digital sessions, so we cannot see each other in the office. So there must always be room for a 5-10 minutes check-in, so that we not jump directly into business topics, or so that we also talk about things, how things going at home, and how they cope with the challenges. So if they need extra space, extra time, so allow a lot more flexibility than probably before. So that's very important, to give time for these kind of communication, this kind of conversation, and to discuss these things with my team, or with my direct reports, for instance, but also with the wider team. So I encourage everyone to do this. So, and I hope they also live it, or I think they live it. Yeah.
Good, good. God bless. And I'm guessing the team is lucky to have these check-ins, and just that personal touch from time to time.
Absolutely, that is so important, especially in this time, because I mean, we need to care. It's kind of a 360 thing, right? To
Yeah.
care about your colleagues. I mean, some of the colleagues are even friends, so it's very important to have a wider view.
Is this also one of your biggest leadership challenges, or are there others that you are, a leadership challenge you're facing right now?
I think yes. It's a new one, so that was not there before. So you need to learn on the go, or you need to. This was not written in any handbooks before. This kind of situation, definitely. But here at YesStyle, we also we are a very fast growing company. So to build actually a team, a marketing team, a wider marketing team in a very short amount of time, to adding the right resources here in Hong Kong, so that we can cope with the growth. So that's actually, I think that's a very interesting challenge at the moment. So to build a solid team and don't leave anyone behind, find the right skills that they fit, so that the team stays together. So that's something I enjoy a lot.
No one gets left behind. Love that. Love that. Um, what was your first job like? And are there any lessons you take from that you still look back at and say, yes, this is still applicable right now?
I think yeah, that it's that's a very rewarding question. So, because I think my first jobs, they were always kind of in sales in the beginning. Even when I was very young already, always worked in sales. And then I worked a bit in finance and some others, but literally in e-commerce since 10 years, you are back in sales. And even what you learned in offline sales in, don't know, 20 years ago before e-commerce started, it's still valuable. So it still has to do with content, what you say, how you say it, that you understand your customer first before you start talking, or we start the so there's a lot of similarities. It's just the channels are different. The content is not so different. So it's even personalized. Even back then, when you stood in a shop and you talked to the customer, even you personalized your speech to each customer, right? So that hasn't really changed. So it's just the medium is different, and it's very difficult to scale for millions of customer. So, but this is an interesting challenge. But I would say sales was always my thing, and the medium, technology, everything has changed, but the way how to sell it via content hasn't changed.
Actually, rightfully said, there is a salesperson in all of us. From the time we are born to the time we go, there is always that lovely aspect of, there's a risk and reward. There's the pitch that everyone does on why they deserve something or why they need something. Awesome.
In many situations, every day.
Do you bargain? Because I know salespeople are known for being good bargainers. So do you bargain for things from time to time?
I would say yes, I bargain, but yeah, why not? Everyone does this.
It's a very nice skill for life. um, okay.
But I never want to ruin my relationships I have with these persons. So there's also a limit.
Of course, of course. Um, what are your hopes for the future?
I think, of course, that everyone stays healthy and goes safe to this kind of time. But I think the biggest hope is definitely seeing my family. So I'm now away for almost 2 years from my family. So we
Wow.
cannot see, they stay in Europe. So after 2 years, I think I would love to see my family.
Who's at home, if I may ask?
My family is still in Berlin, in
Oh,
Germany.
God bless. God bless. Again, shout out to everybody in the home and family house. I hope that you will get to travel back sometime this year, as will I, hopefully, sometime this year again to India.
I hope
um,
so.
uh, what is the one interesting fact about you?
Oh, that's a difficult question. I would say I got once a compliment here in Hong Kong and also in London when I lived there that for a German, I'm not that typical German because I have a bit of humor. So German are usually known for not being funny. So I got told I'm a bit different sometimes. So I can understand a bit of British humor and also some Hong Kong humor. So I consider this as a compliment.
I'm looking forward to it. And also, Eric, I know you're going to be, on Reshape. So I know a lot of that conversation is going to be very much animated and fun to listen to. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Pleasure, welcome. It was
Thank you.
yeah, it was a nice experience.
The pleasure is all mine, and I'm hoping to share this amazing conversation with the rest of our community around. So for everyone who's watching us right now, thank you so much for joining us. We are here every Thursday, 10 a.m. CET, 5 p.m. Singapore time. And again, if you want to join our program, if you want to be a guest, do write us down in our YouTube comments below, or of course, DM us on LinkedIn. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy.